The cafe went silent.
A billionaire, dressed in a crisp suit, wearing a watch worth more than most people's homes, stood frozen as the cashier's words echoed. "Sir, your card has been declined."
People began whispering. Phones lifted. Eyes judged. And then, before anyone could laugh, a little girl with dirt-streaked cheeks and torn sandals stepped forward. She did something so unthinkable, so pure, that it changed the billionaire's life forever. Stay till the end, because what she said next will make you question who the real rich person was that day. The morning sun painted golden streaks across downtown Manhattan as Ethan Cole, one of the youngest billionaires in America, stepped out of his sleek black limousine. Cameras flashed, paparazzi shouted his name, but his mind was elsewhere. Ethan was tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep could fix, but the kind that comes from having everything, yet feeling nothing. For years, he'd built an empire of tech companies. People worshipped him for his brilliance. But deep down, his life had become mechanical: numbers, meetings, deals. His parents were gone, his friends fake, his mansion empty. That day, he stopped by a small cafe he hadn't visited in years, a cozy little corner place his mother once loved. He smiled faintly as he remembered her saying, "Kindness, Ethan, is the only currency that never declines." Irony was about to prove her right. He ordered a cup of coffee and a sandwich. Simple. Ordinary. When he reached the counter and swiped his platinum card, the cashier frowned. "Sir, I'm sorry, your card's been declined." Ethan blinked. "Try again." She did. Again, declined. He pulled out another. Declined. A third, same. The crowd behind him began murmuring. "Isn't that Ethan Cole?" someone whispered. "The billionaire?" Ethan's face flushed. His phone rang. It was his finance manager. "Sir, our accounts have been temporarily frozen. There's an investigation." "What?" Ethan's heart sank. The walls of his pride began to crumble. His empire, his reputation, collapsing in front of strangers with coffee cups and cheap cameras. Then came the laughter. "Guess the billionaire forgot to pay his bills," someone mocked. Ethan felt a lump in his throat. He wanted to leave, but something held him still: shame. Helplessness. And that's when he felt a tug on his sleeve. He turned and saw a small girl, maybe 8 years old, holding a $1 in her trembling hand. Her hair was messy, her dress faded, her shoes barely clinging to her feet. "Mister," she said softly, "I can pay for your coffee." The cafe went silent again. Ethan stared at her, stunned. He knelt down, his voice cracking, "Sweetheart, you don't have to do that." She smiled, revealing a missing tooth. "My mama says, when someone's hungry, you should help them. You look like you need help." Her words cut deeper than any insult ever could. Ethan's vision blurred. He'd donated millions to charity, but never once had he felt charity like this. From a child who had nothing. The cashier hesitated, then accepted the $1. The girl proudly handed Ethan the coffee cup. And in that moment, the billionaire, for the first time, felt poor. Ethan sat on a park bench outside, still holding the warm coffee. The little girl sat beside him, humming softly, eating a small muffin she had saved from earlier. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily." "Where are your parents?" "My mama's at work," she said, swinging her legs. "She cleans offices at night. We live in that shelter near the bridge." Ethan's chest tightened. He took a deep breath. "Lily, why did you help me? You don't even know me." She looked at him, her eyes shining with sincerity. "Because, once, someone helped us. A lady gave us food when we had none. Mama said we should always pass it on." Ethan turned away, pretending to sip his coffee as tears filled his eyes. For the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about profit margins or stock prices, he was thinking about purpose. That night, back at his office, Ethan couldn't focus. His mind replayed Lily's words. He ordered an investigator to find out everything about her and her mother. The next morning, the report lay on his desk. Her mother, Anna Miller, a single mom struggling with 2 jobs,
living in a temporary shelter, saving every cent for Lily's school.
Ethan drove to the shelter personally. When Anna saw him, she was startled. "Mr. Cole? What are you doing here?"
He smiled softly.
"I came to thank your daughter, and to return the favor." He handed Anna an envelope.
Inside was a letter offering her a full-time position at one of his companies, with housing and benefits.
Anna's eyes widened, tears spilling down her cheeks. Why are you doing this?" "Because," Ethan said, "your daughter reminded me what real wealth is."
Then he turned to Lily, kneeling down once more.
"Lily, you gave me something no one else ever could." "What's that?" she asked.
"A heart." Years later, a news story went viral about a billionaire who built a charity called the Lily Foundation, helping children in poverty go to school. And at the opening ceremony, a young girl, now grown, cut the ribbon beside him. When reporters asked Ethan what inspired it all, he simply said, "My card declined that day, but my soul was finally approved."